Hey, welcome, ladies and jelly beans. Frostbrick's back again for another live and unedited kind of live build. And let's see how this week's goes. Anyway, this week, hopefully I don't have the technical issues I had happening last week. I hope it's all good this week. And if you're jumping in the chat there or jumping on the stream, say hi. Because otherwise I'm just talking to myself and I still feel weird doing that. But yeah, what we've got this week is Monkie Kid Pigsy's food truck. And I'm going to open that up in a second, build it, but I probably should show you how the stuff from last week ended up. Hey, Yukami, how you doing, my man? So here is the massive secret HQ base that I built last week. It's to the instructions, but I haven't applied stickers yet because, you know, stickers are kind of... and hello, Matthew, how you doing, my man? Here is our little mech that we built with it. We've got Sandy, we've got the Pigsy, well, Tauros. They're Tauros, they're meant to be bulls. The little bad guys there, Snort, Grunt, and somebody else. This one has a jetpack. Woo! Whoosh! Yeah, jetpacks be cool, right? And, yeah, the whole thing, it opens up here. Let's get this opened up, and hopefully it doesn't shatter in my hands. It's already coming off. We'll see how this goes in a moment. Alright, Monkie Kid there. Yeah, just trying to open this up. It is huge and totally falling apart. It is meant to kind of section, so that is kind of helpful. Maybe not quite this easily, I don't know. But like this little bit is meant to come off there, so you can kind of get in there. And this serves as a mech bay. I don't know if I'll be able to fit this guy in there, but let's give it a shot. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Whew. And I love one of the features that we didn't touch on last week. From the side, I'll see if it works with this one. Hang on. So here we have the side. And this pops open. Every time I tilt this thing, more bits are dropping off. You've got little vehicles that pop out, and on one side you've got, I can't remember the lass's, the Power Ranger. I keep thinking of her as the Power Ranger. She's got this little dragon-style inspired jet sled, and on the other side we've got this little Pigsy styled, also a jet sled? I don't know if it has a proper name. And now that has completely fallen apart, I think next week I'm going to combine it, or reshape it with whatever we kind of maybe end up this week, I don't know, and start a cyberpunk city. And I'm kind of looking forward to that. It's entirely dependent upon me cleaning the studio that's over there, but that way I'll be able to, say, turn the cameras around and you can just join along with me on a more creative build, and I can kind of share tips and tricks along the way and just kind of see where it goes. But yeah, I'm going to have to find the floor. That's going to have to be done in between. Anyway, putting aside the bits of our... And it is a gorgeous little set. Big. It's mammoth. Putting it away. Alrighty. Picking up the bits, so many bits, pushing them all off the side. Alright, yeah, see, lots of little containers here, lots of little bits. Alright, putting all that back. I'm going to show you something else I did this week too. Or, oh, sorry, this afternoon. Yeah. So over here, this is actually the start of the little cyberpunk city. Won't be little. I'm thinking I'm going to go up about 1 meter tall before I'm done with this. But you can see how I started to kind of section it and kind of figure it out. I think I want it facing kind of this way. So this will be the front. There we go. Don't know how that shows up. Oh, stable too. But yeah, there's the detailing on that. And I'm just going to kind of expand that, and basically in a V shape I'll have, I'm not actually even 100% sure yet. Hey Roxo, how you doing, my man? But a cyber utopia kind of styled thing, which will slowly grow. So putting this off, I am running out of space back here. Not kidding about not having any flooring. But I figured before we move on, because I've been building this afternoon, I've been doing photography with Harry Potter. And I wanted to show you guys this for those who are curious about building techniques. So I'm just going to put that down there. Hopefully it shows okay to camera. And yeah, so a few simple little things happening here, but things that maybe people haven't considered doing with their own Lego builds. For instance, the use of the wand. Wand work is always very, very important. So here we have the use of the wands just as detailing or greebling. Greebling is probably the wrong word for how it's been used here, but just as kind of decorative detail to the wooden balustrade there. Then we've got the stud shooter triggers, which are one of those notoriously hard to use parts, or at least a lot of people say that. So here, just using a half plate offset for the 1x1 round, the pin just holds them in place. It's that easy. And cute little rock walls probably worth calling out there. And yeah, I'm going to extend this a little bit further back, bring in actual real water up from below, and then I can just kind of make a set of docks. And yeah, finding a decent sized tub to kind of get the water in that doesn't block photography, that's going to be my challenge for the week. Anyway, let's get into Monkie Kid, eh? And absolutely, for those joining, say hi in the chat. Got questions? I'd love to hear them. If you've got thoughts for the cyber utopia, I'd love to hear those too. Like I've been thinking, maybe shake this up and twist it around, and you guys want to see me build? Well, fine, and you guys like hearing the tips and tricks? Yep. And so maybe we can kind of do something that's live streaming challenges. I don't know. I don't know what that'd kind of look like, but I'm open to ideas. So yeah, drop kind of questions in the feed. Alright, so opening up here. This is not an overly large set. It's 849 parts. 849. Which isn't big. Not small though. Certainly not small. Retails, and this is going off memory, I think it's about 70 AU. And yes, Rocco, absolutely. For those who don't know, Monkie Kid is very much definitely based on the story of Journey to the West, which is exactly the same as what many of us over here in the West know as monkey magic. And yes, absolutely draws its inspiration from there, complete with Pigsy and Sandy, but also kind of a cute little new spin to it. And an eclectic cartoon. That's probably the way to phrase it. Anyway, making sure. Something more coming at you. I don't know what that is. Something will have fallen somewhere. I hope we've got everything. Alright, so looks like 7 numbered bags. I'm going to assume that's 7. And I'm going to put these off to the side for the time being. There's a random one of these floating around. I better make sure I've got that available before I need it. Which probably actually means one of these bags has come open. They don't seem to be leaking, but 8. There's 8 numbered bags in this set. Alright, opening up our instruction manual here. So how has everybody's week been? Mine has been... You know how you have those weeks where you're very, very busy and you don't know what you're doing? That was my week. I have no idea what I did this week. It was something. Certainly did things. I was busy. but I don't exactly have anything to show for it except for, the occasional injury. So, yeah. That was last week of school for little ones here in my state. So all the kids are on holidays now, and that's kind of fun. So, and certainly for Victorians, our playgrounds are open once again, which is, well, it's busy out there all of a sudden, and it's stay safe, people. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Alrighty. So, bag one gives us a little Toro guy or two. Let's put those bits over there. Does it want us to build them first? It says leave them, so I'm going to leave them for just a moment. It's not like there's a lot happening in this particular bag. And we've got our little Monkie Kid guy. No headphones in this one. Two expressions on his face. We've got ooh, and we've got yeah, ooh, and I don't know. Camera, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that expression for him. What do you guys reckon? And lots of motorbikes. So many motorbikes here. Just put wheels on wheels. So, and put some stuff together. Alright, pretty simple little build for our motorcycles. I'm not 100% sure if it's paired or they're different. I guess we can skip ahead and find out. Yeah, they do want them to be a little bit different. I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm going to keep them built like that very long, but here we go. I do love these new moulds for the fairing of our little bikes. There's kind of a beautiful old vintage vibe to them. Just that's the same. Maybe put them in that Lego city I've got developing. Alrighty. Wheels, click, click. Click, click. Click, click, go the wheels. And, yep. That pearl grey or pearl silver for the handlebars. It's not the regular light or dark grey. I might leave these little bits off. Overall, this is... I got this set for the parts, right? I'll be honest, that's why the set's in the house. I'm not really wanting much more out of the set. So, might just shove most of this off to the side. And, but I will fix up our little Toro guys. I can't remember the exact name for the foot soldiers from the series. Hello, Lucas. How you doing, my man? Is the sound coming through a little poorly, is it? Let's check. How's that sound doing there? I get the feeling I'm going to have to talk much more directly into the mic and make sure I can actually see the levels as I go. Man, I'm using some of my best banter here and apparently nobody can hear it. I don't know. Why does nobody ever tell me these things? I'm just going to assume it's working for somebody else. Right? No? Yeah? Where's my mouse? Hang on. I have a mouse. What would the live stream be without a few technical issues? That does seem to actually be picking that up, so I hope that is indeed working. Yeah. I'm just going to make sure I talk into it like this, eh? Alright, joy. And yeah, I think I'm just going to push the rest off to the side. I mean, I love these new little decorative horn parts here. They're beautiful little parts that I just want to explore them. I'm wondering, what can maybe be attached to the other end. Might it work with flowers, for instance? Certainly with the pink, that might be interesting to explore. Little grey ones, well, yeah, the possibilities there. It's one of those parts I'm looking forward to explore. might just be you, Lucas. I don't know. Yeah. There has been a little bit of technical issues the last few weeks, but I don't know. Let's just keep building, hey? Let's just keep building. I'm going to hope it's not too bad and that somebody will tell me if it indeed is. Bag number 2! Alright, opening up bag number 2 here. We get Pigsy in bag number 2. I'm just going to remember to lean and do this, right? Talk in the mic. So, alright. We have random enjoys a hot dog on the way to work guy. I don't know if he has more of a name than that. I'm just going to call him random enjoys his hot dog on the way to work guy. Because here we go, he's got his hot dog. And he's got his briefcase. There we go. Just shift over here like this, lean forward. Hopefully this all works. I don't know. Figuring this stuff out. Thank you for joining with me while I learn how stuff works. Yeah. One of the things I do love about the Pixie Fig, these are the short bendable legs here. Check that out. Oh. We first saw those in some of the Harry Potter sets. I believe it was the CMF series they dropped with. I'm loving the new Harry Potter CMFs. But yeah, here we go. Little short legs for Pigsy, and it's great to be seeing those in new sets now. Alright, let's build some stuff. What have we got here? Probably the base of our vehicle. It's quite a large vehicle by the end of it, but there are a lot of delicious parts in here, so it'll be interesting to explore it as we go along. Right, getting our build on. There we go. Making stuff happen. Alrighty. We've got the beginnings of a little undercarriage, I guess, for our for our rather massive food truck that is coming our way very, very soon. But I mean, it also doubles as a secret base, like most of the Monkie Kid sets do, really. Talk more about that as we go through. Here we go. Making stuff fly. I believe I can fly. My little one's been walking around the house singing that. It gets in the head. Alright, flipping stuff back over. Hopefully this build also starts to look like something cool. A lot quicker than last week's build. Last week's build was... it was nice. I mean, it's a great set. It is a great set. But it takes a long time for that build to start looking like a real build. I'm wondering if it could have been approached differently in terms of the way the instructions were set up to change that experience. But it did have multiple bags, so it's certainly one of the things you could have shared with others as well, because they didn't all have to be pulled together immediately either. These are the things I think about when I should be doing other things. Alright, here we go. Coming together. We've got the beginning of our little base. It's looking like something. This will be where all the action happens, I presume. So, a few people here now. Thank you for joining me. Say hi in the chat. You got questions or want to throw stuff in, please do. There's been a lot of big Lego announcements this week. So, what are your thoughts on, say, the upcoming Batwing? '89 Batman is best Batman, of course, no arguments there. So we've got some really cool stuff coming down, just in time for Christmas. Hint, 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 hint. And yeah, that'll be exciting. There's been some other cool announcements too. What was it? Tatooine, Mos Eisley Cantina's dropped. That's looking gorgeous. Right. A little shiny and reflective on me. And there was something else too. We had announcements on, I think it was mosaics. Quite a few things have dropped this week. There's been the announcements of collaborations left, right, and centre. Mayor Adam West. Yeah, well, 66 Batman is good. It's got to be watched through a certain lens, the 66 Batman. Yes, yeah, there's the Ideas reissues where it got coming down the pipe. That'll be interesting. So, yeah, tons of stuff happening. Tons. Right. And this is still not looking like much, actually. We'll see where it goes. Alrighty. And yep, got little Pigsies, the usual variety of spares there. Brings us to bag 3. Yeah. I still haven't built the fishing shop. It's gathering dust in my cupboard. Like, you know you've hit a certain point in the hobby when you've got the cupboard full of dust magnets? Yeah. Yeah, the fishing shop is amongst my dust cupboard. Yeah. Should get it out at some point. Again, it was another one of those ones I got because I wanted there are so many beautiful colours in that and parts and other bits. And it was always with the idea of breaking out those parts and doing something different than the fishing shop with it. I just never got around to it. Alright. We do not get enough of these grills in sets. The little mini ladders. I don't know what you call them. 1x2 little brackety ladder things. That sounds like it would not be the technical term. Not at all. Alright. So, we've got this taking shape. A little cabin here. That's rather a large car. Minifigure for scale. This is how big this is going to end up being. In fact, let's put Pigsy in the driver's seat. There we go. I'm an Australian, so he goes on this side. Yeah, that is huge. Bigger than a car should be. Alright. Coming together here. And speaking of Mayor Adam West, I don't know if we should talk about such content on this show, but nonetheless, I don't know, it's not like there's, yeah, this is going out to like dozens of people. We're so big time here. Mayor Adam West is going to be replaced as well. Poor dude. Now, I probably do need to actually reverse this. I'm just double checking. Yeah, I'm going to reverse the build. Make it the Australian way. So, here we go, coming together. I'm not stickering anything though, so the little bits in between will remain unstickered. Here we go. And yeah, these little 1x2 with the rounded sides, they are some of my most favourite parts for this year. More in this set. I don't know how many total, but there's one right there. So, alrighty. Coming together. Looks like we might get engine detailing in this, which is always a nice thing to see in a set. Wonder what that means it will look like. Well, guess we'll find out in a second together. Holy doodles. And I've always loved the idea of the trans bricks beneath the grills as well. Gives it that sense of warmth and heat. Perfect for Aussie barbecue weather. You know, if you want to make a barbecue. If that's what you're doing at the moment. I had steak for lunch. Barbecued steak. It was gorgeous. Alrighty. All coming together here. It's one by ones floating around. Right in front of me somewhere. Oh no. Oh, that's why. Stacked. Ha 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 ha. Now we're cooking with gas. Or other propane-related accessories. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go along. The 2x3 tiles. These are a relatively new part. There's 4 of those there already in the white. Very handy, those parts. And well, yes, speaking of grills, that's exactly what we're doing with this little detail of it. Whacking on the sausages, letting them cook while we drive. I don't know if that is overall sanitary. Might be a little dangerous. Do be careful. Pigsy does not strike me as the kind of guy who is concerned about food hygiene laws, though. So... Oops. They were meant to be sitting a little further forward. Where's my other 1x1? I should have another 1x1. I guess I'll find it in a moment. Here we go. Yeah. It's, you know, for those dropping in and out, seems like there's a little churn happening there. Chat in the comments, ask questions, talk about stuff. Like, there has been so much amazing LEGO news this week. What is getting you excited? I'm very excited by the Mos Eisley Cantina. No idea where I would put it. I'm also very excited by the Batwing. That, well, I'm wondering what kind of brackets it will include. I haven't had too close a look yet, but some way to hang it from the wall would be great, and I'm really curious to see what can be done there. Alright. Putting on a little bit of greebly details for our front. Starting to look like a car now, a very large car. I mean, it's kind of fun. It's not minifigure scale. Like, this isn't the kind of thing you could just roll in and fit in the rest of a LEGO city. Not at all. Alrighty. Alright. More little sausages coming through there. I'm missing a part again. We will see how that goes. Hopefully it turns up in about 2 seconds, or not. Guess we'll find out together. Right. So we've got our steering wheel happening here for Pigsy. Offset slightly, which is a curious choice. Could have been centered. They've chosen not to. I guess Pigsy's a little small. Like, he's going to have to reach for that steering wheel, poor guy. Such a fancy, wonderful food truck, and yet he hasn't ergonomically redesigned his interior to better suit his diminutive size. Oh well, poor guy, poor guy. He's quite angry in the cartoon series though, so maybe he just enjoys it that way. Gives him a certain sense of fulfillment, having something to scream and rant and rave about. That's not a big stretch of imagination, actually. Could totally be the case. Alright, put our side mirrors on. Very important. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. Do be careful. Safety is always number one. Alrighty. And... yep, all coming together. Looking good. Looking good. Our little cabin is almost brought together, looking like a something. There we go. Most of the Pigsy vehicles have had a Pigsy theme. Apart from the colour, there's not a lot of that happening as yet in this one. The 1x1 quarter round tiles. Yeah, loving those parts. Get the spare, of course. Get the spare. There's our little hood for our front. Everything else goes off to the side as spares. And that is bag, I think it was 2. I don't know. Feels like ages since I began that bag. It's probably my ADHD talking. That was bag 3, because next bag is bag number 4. I can see the number there. Yeah. Now I know. And here we have bag number 4. Oh yeah. Do the little number 4 dance. I don't know what the little number 4 dance looks like. Just making this up as I go along. I'm sure it'll be a top hit that appears on Sesame Street soon. Speaking of other LEGO news that is slowly kind of coming to light. Again, I don't know how much I should say on that. In fact, yes, we'll not discuss leaks. Going to change the topic. But you know, only so much can be done to keep them in the bag. Alright, starting to look like a interior for our special little... Well, it's more of a rolling HQ than a food truck. Like, the size is kind of ridiculous. It's big. Big is a word that could be used to describe this thing. Many words could be used to describe it. Big would be at the top of my list. So, coming together. Try to move that a little further forward. Oh, actually, maybe if I do... Does that work? Bring it a little bit into frame better. I don't know. There's a bit of lag between that and screen, so... Hopefully I didn't break things. I guess I'll find out in about a moment. Yeah. Let's see how that goes. There I am moving it. See, that's how long the lag is. I'm only seeing myself move it now. Alright. Yeah, okay, so that's center. I can do it there. Awesome. Figuring this out. Eek. Eek. Yeah. Cool littles. More stickers. Like, we have plenty of printed tile parts that could be used for control panels. But no. Encouraging me to put in stickers. I ain't doing that. No stickers here. Alright, so... starting to get little tools happening in our kitchen as well. I love these little... Yeah, chop, axe thing, butcher, cleavers. Yeah. Beautiful parts. I had that part in my hand. Okay. Woo! Thank you for letting me know that it hasn't all completely broken yet. That would be bad if it did. It's just a matter of time, isn't it? It's started almost every week for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to curse fate, or tempt fate. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright. Our little squeezy sauce bottles coming together. An interesting take on them there. Usually see it with the 1x1 rounds as opposed to the cones. The cones, you've got to be a little bit careful when you put things on top of them, because you can push them down too far, and it can absolutely put pressure on the on both bricks when you do that. So, I guess maybe clever wigs behind the scenes and made sure that this part does not do that. Might though. I don't know. Not 100% sure. Alrighty. Keeping this coming together. Ooh, is that a... Oh no, that's just a frog. I thought maybe we're getting a dumpling part, but that's not the case. It's just a little frog. I don't know why we've got a frog in the set, but we do have a frog in the set. There we go. Our cleavers going up here. Never have enough cleavers, right? Our little food truck. And it turns around this way for some curious reason. So, I wonder what's going to be on the other side. I guess we'll find out together. That kind of happens, right? Building. Alrighty. Our little ovens to go in here. I presume they're meant to be ovens. They could be containment cabinets for itty bitty ghosts. I don't know. Whatever your imagination makes you, or wherever it takes you. Could be anything. It looks... See, and this isn't going to make... Like, I'm not about to sticker this part, and without stickers, it's not going to look like the remote control panel that it's meant to, because that seems to be where we're going, but... Ah, well. Here we are. See, one sticker's on both sides. I'm not doing that. We'll put them into place here. And... So, yes, the instructions do want me to sticker this. I haven't, but it would do this. It would just kind of flip from looks like a grill. I'm going to call that a grill. Yeah, it looks like a grill. To super secret spy computery thing. Right. Yeah, nice and quick little set this one. Not an amazingly complicated build. Last week's had a bit more going on in it, the Secret Base HQ. This one, less so. Okay. Having that covered, I wonder if there'll be another gear that comes in to make that easy, or if it's just a matter of using your finger to flip. Little fingers are, well, littler, I guess. Makes it easy. Alrighty. And let's put on our rear bumper bar bitty thingy, and I think that brings us to the close for the current bag. We'll be on to the next bag after that. This part should go somewhere though. Oh, yeah, okay. So this is what we've got going on. We've got a little... And they're going to use the ice cream swirl cones as dumplings, I guess. In they go. Get 3 of them in the bag. Just whacking them there. Alrighty. Now, rear stoplights go on here. A few little bit more containers, thingies, bits, accessories. I don't know. Sweet chili sauce, soy dumpling sauce. I love dumplings. Like, what's your favourite dumpling recipe? Or less maybe dumpling recipe or dumpling sauce recipe. What do you kind of like to do for your dumplings? I'm a big fan of a sweet kind of honey and sweet chili. There's quite a few things you can do. You can just by combining those kind of flavours. That's what I like to do when I do dumplings. Especially cheaper dumplings, you know, if you store buy them, which I sometimes do. Store-bought never tastes right. I don't know. It can vary wildly. They do need to be fresh to kind of have that really true dumpling form, I guess. So, alrighty. Continuing with the build. This is interesting. We're seeing more of the 1x4x3 tall brick. It's we had seen them in a few sets, printed parts in junior sets, quite some time ago. But they seem to be slipping more and more into other sets, like here with Monkie Kid. I've got a few in the collection over the course of this year, and I hadn't had any previously. Not that weren't printed, that is. I'm liking the interior. I'm liking how that goes. It is a little weird in terms of scale, but that's okay, because I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to rip the wheels section off it and turn it into a small little restaurant section, a street vendor, if you will, to go in the emerging cyberpunk-themed city. Because it won't, strictly speaking, be Monkie Kid themed. A bit of a fusion, bring in a few little other kind of influences and things. Alright. So we've got our special little freezer here where they store whatever they choose to store in freezers in the Monkie Kid universe. And I bet it's not meats. It's probably captured trophies from their enemies. Various explosives that need to be kept cold, otherwise they go boom boom. I don't know. I'm just assuming. That's how Monkie Kid rolls. Fast and loose with safety protocols. Absolutely seems like the kind of thing he'd do. Alrighty. Alrighty. Coming together nicely. Definitely starting to look like a truck. There are quite a few bits that will need to be filled in there, of course. I mean, we're still building, of course. But here we go, one side. And that's looking very much like a food vendor. This still has kind of a look for it. I guess maybe it opens on both sides. I haven't looked too closely at the box. This one was actually provided by LEGO. Thank you very much to LEGO for assisting with materials to do stuff with. So big shout out to the people there at LEGO headquarters. You guys rock. Alrighty. The ever short little window. It's 4x4 there. No glass in there though. Coming together. It does want me to put stickers on. Again, so many stickers in this sheet. This set. Stickers are like the bane of my existence. I will not rock with stickers. I feel like I'm just digging my heels in too much about that. But, you know, my main concern with stickers is really that it limits the reusage of parts. And they don't necessarily wear as well as printed parts. They just don't have the same kind of beautiful appeal. And certainly, I've got no intention of keeping this set together. It will absolutely be pulled apart and have other things done with it very soon. So that's kind of why I'm griping about highlight stickers. That's it. No more complex than that. So, alrighty. Interesting. All the grills. Are we about to flip this upside down? Is that the whole... Ah, yes, it is. It's going to be a roof. Of course. There we go. Ah, perfect. So that does make a little bit more sense then. With the stickers on, it'd be another computer panel dropping down from the roof there. As it is, we've really just got more tools and implements, including the occasional sausage hanging from the roof there. Monkie Kid continues his journey along our instruction pages there. I'm going to... Okay, let's line this up. This should have all lined up fine. Yes, yes. Ah, I love it when a plan comes together. Woo! And stuff. And things. And lots of attachment parts for more bits that come in. There's a little bit of heft going on here too already. It's not the smallest set. It's certainly not the biggest set. But at 849 parts, there's quite a lot going on. Alrighty. Here we go. Starting to look like a something. My little one's been doing that frequently. He's kind of taught it to me. I'll do that right. Alrighty. Alright. So. Ah, yeah, there it is. Hiding off to the side is my other 1x4. Cooly doos. Alrighty. Starting to look like a... More and more, actually. Ah, yep. Small one down there. Big one up here. Little vents and stuff at the top. Yeah, definitely. This is coming apart, and it's going to be a small little food stand vendor. That's exactly where I'm going to go with this. A little bit more detail here and there I'd like to see. I'm definitely shaking up the way the grill looks. The way the grill looks in here is absolutely the technique I'd use though. So it looks like all the parts are already here that are necessary to do it. Shouldn't be too much of a shake-up required. Let's see how it goes really. These are meant to... Oh, okay, pretty simple. Okay. Nothing more than that happening there for those. Might turn it into a shipping container, actually. Have the food vendor be inside a shipping container. And that's kind of the thing I'm thinking with it. That design process, you think about the mock before you start the mock, usually. Always. Even on that show. You know, it doesn't take much to think about the little details and start to get the outline. So that's kind of, if I start with the idea of a 16 by 8 probably, that fits quite neatly around the edge of a 48 by 48. You need to think about how the corner connection point works. But if all the little modules are at about that length and figure out some kind of consistent height, I will be able to have something that is easily modularized to just really get a lot of height out of it really super quick. Right, so, and yes, these are the kind of things that Monkie Kid likes to keep in his fridge. They do go bang bang, explodey explodey, or at least I'm assuming what the gun does. I don't know if there's a particular type to that gun. And chainsaws, because again, why not? In they go like that. Check that out. Yeah. Looking good. I'm liking this. It's promise anyway. Now that that's all closed off, I don't know, I think I want to open it up and let the light come through or find another way to Can explore that. Let's open the next bag. It is bag number 6. Yeah, it's... The first Lego movie was when I was getting back into Lego as a hobby, as an adult. I don't know if I got many of the sets from that movie. Certainly watched more than enough of it. Check these out. Oh, check. Hang on. Do we have? Oh. So this looks to be a new part, 1x3, round, curved, and I don't know if I've got the bit that goes with. Oh yeah. Yep. Follows the same curve pattern as our 1x2 with the little curved slope lip. I'm not quite sure what the Bricklink name is for them. That is a beautiful looking part. I'm wondering though what fits neatly in this space here, if anything, because that might be tricky by itself to cover stuff. But something we haven't seen before. New parts. I love new parts. I'm just going to take a moment to enjoy the new parts there. These go here. They become our hubcappy rimmy bits. Yes. No, from memory, having built the hidden side bus, yes, it's got much larger versions of it, but this is only 3x3. That's very tiny there. Very tiny. You do get larger ones in the hidden side sets. Quite a few of the hidden side sets come with larger ones. These, yeah. Alright, so here we go. Getting back to regular building. Just happily singing to myself there. It's okay. I don't know. You tell me if I'm doing, I don't know. Alrighty. So. Interesting. Pulling together the panel here. I guess one of the sides is not meant to be opened, I guess. We will find out momentarily. Alrighty. Listen, do I need to double build this? Or reverse? No. We'll leave that for now. Because the other side will be similar, looking at the parts I've got in front of me. How similar is a question? Certainly the use of these, the 6x12, I'm pretty sure they're 12, they might become the standard for the cyberpunk city. Hello, Liam. How you doing, my man? Today we've got Monkie Kid's food truck thing taking shape about halfway. Well, actually pretty close to the end of the build, actually. Really rushed through, I guess. And after last week, I felt like I was taking forever with last week's build. But this is what it's kind of shaping up to be, and I won't leave it together for very long. I'm absolutely pulling this thing apart and turning it into something else, which will be a cyberpunk-themed city. Yeah, it's a big truck, 849 parts here, far bigger than minifigure scale, far bigger. Like, yeah, it's a moving building, huge. Huge is the word. Alright. Bring it together here. Not stickering anything. Probably does lose a little bit of the appeal without the stickers, but that's okay. Your mileage might vary. So we've got the friction style pins here too. Technique pins coming in 2 styles. Those with friction, those without. Alright. Pulling it together here. Yeah. There we go. Just double check the bitty at the top. It's these. More of the black too long axles as well. I'm loving seeing those. So you've been washing the dog today. Ooh, I'm gonna need that bowl. What kind of dog? Tell us. That's one of the things that happened to me this week. The little one comes into the studio and he's like, "Hey Dad, there's a dog outside." I'm like, "Really?" Because we don't have a dog. And I'm like, "What?" But yeah, it turns out there was this little Jack Russell that was furiously trying to dig its way out under the back fence, which sparked a long journey to kind of figure out who the dog actually belonged to. It wasn't our rear neighbours, as it turns out. But yeah, that was part of my week. Finding where the lost puppy was meant to, well, belonged. So, right, here we go. We've got some. Oops, we do not go on that side. We've got this side. So yeah, long story short, got the doggo home. Reunited. I don't know what it wanted out of the back fence. Like, it was really intent on getting through that fence. So, alright. So, we're almost finished with this. I might start breaking it down and figuring out where I'm going to go with it. I'm going to start by figuring out what the modules would look like from the city side of it. Alright. So, we've got... Okay. I don't know if that's absolutely necessary to hold it. Maybe it is. I don't know. The choice to hold that in place there. I guess if you really started to wrench, might be a thing. There we go. That's what that side looks like. Big little vehicle. Big little vehicle. Alright. Flick them over. Doing more on the other side. Oh, hang on. Before we go too far. More of these little 1x1 roundy... Oh, sorry, 3x3 roundish bits. New. So glad I picked up this set. I totally picked up this set for the, parts, just in general. But yeah, loving these. I'm wondering what else can... So you'd end up with a 4x4. Does look like it would be the 4x4 dish round internally there. So that might open up some interesting possibilities for what can be done internally. So, flipping over. Doing the other... Okay, so the other side's panel is going to be similar. That means when you open up the side of the truck, it comes out here. Quite a simple mechanism, lever to make it work. Little friction on there, which is needed, so it'll hold in place. That's what you get looking in. I feel like it needs a little bit more there. I feel like it's a little... We'll see how that goes. Alright, other side. Alrighty. Pretty similar to the last side. In fact, I'm assuming it's going to be pretty much identical, just reversed. I probably could have done both of them at once. Quite often the way. If I can find all the parts. I can't actually. I'm missing. It'll turn up. They always turn up. No stickers going on though. I'm a little less confident in this one turning up though, because there's not a lot of parts left on the table. Like, where could it be? It's not there. Alright. Just trying to find where that part would be. I might just do with it. Oh, hang on. Somehow it's gotten all the way up there. That's an odd spot. That was the part that had fallen out of the bag when I opened the box. Of course. Of course. Which is quite unusual, I guess. But hello again, Liam. Look, Monkie Kid today. We've got the Monkie Kid food truck set 8009. It's got 849 parts in it. I totally got it for the parts. I'm going to pull it apart and turn it into part of my cyberpunk city, which I don't know. I don't know how long that's going to take, or, I'm going to take my time with it. So one of those slow evolving builds. But yeah, this will become a food vendor. Once I kind of figure out how the modules will kind of work and fit together. So, alrighty. Yeah, it's just straight up the reverse of the other side. No surprises here. A little bit more needed. Oh. Quite ingenious how this all fits together, actually. Quite nice. Get that to hold it in place, and pretty much reverse what we did for the other side, right? Any other way it's going to go? I don't know. Maybe a few. Maybe a few. Making stuff fly. Yeah, so that's what we have on either side. Looks like there's still something left to go on the top there. Otherwise we probably wouldn't have that blue showing right. And I've got these left over. Maybe they're on the next page. Next. Next. Yeah, they are there. I was totally expecting them to be here, but I didn't want to just assume. No, to assume makes an ass out of you and me. Me and Umption. Star Wars CMS. I have been enjoying the Harry Potter CMS this week. I did get myself on the advent calendar. No, I haven't heard anything about Star Wars CMS yet. Be interesting. But I've got a no leaks policy. No talking about leaks. That gets you in trouble. Also, I shouldn't have had this part spare. Where was that meant to go? Oh, yeah, that goes there. That goes there. Cool. Cool littles. And it looks like we're about to finally put wheels on our truck. So putting the wheels over there in just a moment. Alrighty. Boom. So, No spoilers. I don't know. I'm definitely curious. I might go. I don't know. I can wait. There's no. I don't feel the rush to find out. Not until they're in my little hands. Alrighty. So pulling together whatever this is going to be. I don't know yet. I haven't paid enough attention. This would be the hood for the front. That'd make sense. That totally would make sense. The Razor Crest? The Razor Crest is a beautiful build. Yeah, it's a decent size. It's not ridiculously oversized. There's a few minor changes I'd probably personally make to it, mostly to do with the engines and their shaping. Just to bring it in scale with the version we saw on screen. But it's taken pride of place in the little ones, Lego City, and yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Not cheap, but certainly you get Baby Yoda in it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what else to say about that as a set. I'm pretty sure it's sold out everywhere at the moment. They will restock, but just a matter of time for that. Alright, so putting together a little 2x2 round. I haven't 2x2 round with stud in middle. Yeah, I needed more of those. Absolutely one of the reasons I got this set. Well, you know, parts in general. But I'm looking at that and going, oh yes, now I don't have to bricklinking them. I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan, and the Razor Crest, therefore, is good bang for my buck. The Mandalorian got watched a lot in this house. Everybody loved it. Can't wait till the new season drops. So yeah, it's definitely one of those sets I would buy again. I'm thinking I need the Tatooine Mos Eisley Cantina thing that we've got coming down the pipe. That'd be great. Oh yeah, this will be the grill. I don't know how I feel about the grill on this. There's a huge kind of raking grill on the front for, according to the box art, the little bit I've looked at. Is 75318 the Cantina or the Razor Crest? Oops. Probably should have. Alright. Should be focusing on building, but oh well. I don't know, there's not much left to go in this build. It's a pretty small bit. A smallish build. Take you off. Okay. Slow one down. Here we go. Bring it together a little easier there. There we go. Starting to look like the front of our grill section. Yes. Yes, there's quite an impressive size to this build. It's not small by any stretch. Oh, the child. Yes, that has been... is that confirmed? Is that still in rumour territory? I don't know. I don't want to get myself in trouble by talking about things I shouldn't talk about. I think we've all seen pictures of it by now, though, right? It's not a very well concealed secret if it's meant to be secret. Coming together. Interesting little grill. Coming together. Lots of fiddly little technicky parts here. Coolies. And this clips in at the front of our... What we have there is the claw grill scraper thing. Because apparently getting around Monkie Kid City is tricky and difficult and full of hazards. I don't know what kind of food trucks they have in your city. Mine are quite regular food trucks. I'd have trouble with speed bumps. But here we go, nonetheless. Put our little roofy bit on. Is that sitting right? Might be spacing wrong. There we go. Yep. Click, click, clip. In place now. Well, you know, I had long ago picked up the Yoda buildable minifigure with the intention of turning it into the child. I just haven't gotten around to it, so I'm probably going to still stick to that kind of plan. I might pick it up when it does happen. Apparently, it is mentioned in the Walmart app. So I guess, you know, that's a legitimate source. I can talk about the child. Yeah, it's a... Because I do want it. It's just... You know, I don't have the same constraints that the official designers have. I can be a lot more creative in my approach. And so I will be. And I'll just kind of see where it ends up. It means I can have certain details I can clean up. And I can make sure it's not quite as gappy as the official set seems to. Well, the official set's quite often gappy, and that's okay. I'm just a bit of a perfectionist, really. Alrighty. There we go. The yellow stripe goes down. Again, we're using the upside down turntable to create that air conditioning vent kind of feature, which is something I've certainly used myself in the past, but it's these Monkie Kid sets are the first time I've seen that as a technique in the official sets. I have so many extra of these little... Oh, that's why. I'm wondering why I've got all these extra unicorn bits. Or horns? I guess they're unicorn horns. What else would they be called, right? It's because I meant to do this. Yay! Yeah, Diagon Alley. I want it. I can't afford it. I don't know. So many other things I need to be doing at the moment. I've got nowhere to put it. Like, even if I did get Diagon Alley, where am I going to put it? I need a big house. That's what I can't afford. A house to put all my Lego in. Yeah. Oh well. That's a thing. Alright, let's put wheels on our big monster truck. Food truck. It is a very pretty food truck. I am liking the way this thing looks. Even without the stickers, I haven't put a single sticker on here. So what is here is the Nakey build without stickers. There's that little hint of Pigsy to it. All his vehicles seem to have a little bit of that pig shape to them. Display Diagon Alley on an angle. Yeah, I see what you did there. Alright. And now for the pig that goes on top. Oh, hang on. I just got to take a moment to roll this back and forth. That's entertaining me way more than it should. One more. For good luck. Yeah, Diagon Alley isn't a small set. Neither is the Mos Eisley Cantina. I probably do have to pick between them, unfortunately. I might find a way. Something cheeky. I don't know. Then yeah, where do I put them? If I get them, what do I do with them? It's a dilemma, really. Lots of pink here. We don't get a lot of pink bricks in most sets, actually. Even the Friends and the Elf sets tend to avoid straight pink as a colour. So it's cute to kind of see them here. Alrighty. I should have one more. One by two blue there. Easy to find the blues. Okay. Just make sure that's in the right spot underneath. Yeah, definitely. Probably jumping ahead there. Bits to go underneath in just a moment. There we go. I love these parts. They're great for holding in little bits. Stop everything from underneath wriggling. Does kind of mean unless you put them in just right. They're kind of tricky to get into place. And somewhere in pink brackets. How cool is that? Pink brackets. There's a second one there. Yeah. Awesome. So I've been quite enjoying the, I think I said, I've been quite enjoying the Harry Potter minifigures. I'm not sure I entirely... J.K. Rowling's a bit controversial at the moment. It's pretty safe to say that, right? So, yeah, it makes me wonder about where I should be headed with all of that. I've always been a Star Wars fan. Mos Eisley Cantina is you know, OG Star Wars. Need more of that action. Where is... Yeah, there it is. Something that's on my Christmas list. Hey, Grey Fox, how you doing there, my man? Loving this little section of the build. So much beautiful pink. I think maybe I'll keep sections of this when I start repurposing the set. As well as anybody can do in 2020. Is that a fair thing to say, Grey Fox? More of these beautiful little 1x3 roundy, curvy, bitty bits that we'll get to in a moment. No, it's been a funny year for all of us, I think. So, pretty safe to say. There's the other. Oh, oops. So we had something similar happen in the Monkie Kid HQ, and I'm not sure if that's showing up as well as it can on the camera, but this part is actually printed with a little kind of eyelash, I guess? Eyebrow? A wink? That's what we end up with there. Two of them. So just making sure that they face the same way, so they can be seen. this bit. Because these could have been 1x2 pink plates, but they're not. They've made the deliberate choice to give us eyelashes. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Right, just making sure that's dark pink for whatever's happening there on the top. Cool. And legs. Time for legs for our little... I'm ready for 2020 to be over. I think I speak for many of us when I say that. It feels like it's been 6 years already. More. Like, how long can a year be? 2020 is now my standard for how long a year can be. Long. The answer is long. I love the way it's done the legs for our little pig here. So that's just one of the new cornered tiles there. A 1x1 with the bar pin hole. The inverted curved slope. And it fits into our upside down, our bracket. The hole on the bracket there. Probably not the most secure of connections, but it certainly seems to be holding. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Cute. Now we add more height. Looks like we're finally going to get to see. Start bringing this together. A sneaking suspicion I know where this is going to get headed though. A moment ago I was talking about the 3x3s and if they're a perfect fit for the 4x4 round. Turns out the answer is a resounding yes. Very much yes. Oink. Oink, oink. Ooh. Got our pig butt, I guess that's going to be. Because our pig head looks like it's about to be a shooty thing. Won't be shooting any of these off though. Just get me in trouble. I'd have to go find the parts, clean up the office. Yeah, oh well. Things happen, right? That's pretty much what this set is. Yeah, the entertainment system, the NES. I've seen it in stores. I don't know. I don't even know what's currently open. I haven't been able to leave the house in what feels like forever. So, and yes, a lot of little shooty studs. I'm not loading this up. That would quickly lead to trouble. There are a whole bunch of sales happening on at the moment. So, that quite works though. Might swap those out for printed 1x1 eye tiles. I like the face there. Definitely something I'm keeping for next step. I've got to figure out what that next step looks like actually. But here we have it. Brought to a close there. Pretty quick. Hour and a half. Took our time about it. A few details along the way. Yeah. I'll chat to you about tips to maybe help you out there, Kami, but I'm an absolute noob. I don't know. If you learn anything cool to get your studies stream worthy, let me know. Yeah, I'm all open here for advice on that stuff. But It's not as hard as you think. I don't know. I got to clean this studio up. Next week, I want to be able to turn everything around and kind of do something bigger. You see, but I need to find the floor. I probably speak for many AFOLs when I say that space is always at a premium. Oh, I actually got... sorry, Grey Fox just asked about Halloween and Christmas building sets. I actually got sent the Halloween Frankenstein? I think it's the Frankenstein. I haven't looked too closely. But Lego was kind enough to send me something for purposes of review or promotional purposes, which is why I haven't unboxed it yet. I've got to think about what I'm going to use it to do. But yeah, I got Frankenstein that way. So I just got to kind of figure out something fun. I'm open to ideas there, Grey Fox. What would you like to maybe be seen done with it? Because we could certainly do the live build, but I'd like to take it a little further, do a little bit more with it. And I'm not quite sure what that looks like. And yeah, we're seeing hints of the Christmas sets too, which is long overdue. I mean, what AFOL hasn't built a Christmas wreath for their front door? I don't know, I might be the only one. It's something I've done every year for the last few. And all my Christmas decorations on the tree are brick built too. I should probably actually take time to brick build the tree at some point, but it's a bit parts intensive, so probably not. Though there will be another Santa this year, I think, if I've got time. Good websites to buy Lego in Australia. Look, honestly, you just got to keep your eye on sales. And there are a few places that kind of do that for you. But when the sales come around, and it's usually every school holidays, I think at the moment it's Target and Big W have a flat 20% off, which is pretty standard for their school holiday sales on Lego. And Maya has just done a Super Sunday weekend, which will still be going, with spot discounts on different sets. It does depend which store you get it from. Do always keep in mind that certain stores price it a little bit more expensive. Big W, as standard, is a little bit cheaper than the other big box retailers. Yeah, I don't know how much shilling I should do for those kind of people. But yeah, it's always a good idea to keep your eye on the sales, because I don't remember the last time I paid full price for Lego. It's just not a thing I do. Availability is absolutely a thing at the moment, though, for big ticket sets that are going to be hard to find and probably stay hard to find, such as the Razor Crest, such as the Diagon Alley and Mos Eisley. They're going to remain hard to find, I'm sure. The Batwing too. You're probably better off going to, for instance, the Discovery Centre, the Lego store, the certified Lego store at Doncaster. They'll both be some of your best bets. Or, for instance, Toy Bricks in Bayswater. Shout out to Dean there. Yeah, people like that will be able to help you with those things. And certainly, the last time I saw the Lego Nintendo Entertainment System was when I was standing in Doncaster, the Doncaster Lego store, the certified Lego store there, which has been closed pretty much every day since then. So I don't know how they're operating online. I haven't checked that one out, but that might be the way for you to be able to pick that up, Grey Fox. Certainly worth checking out. And yeah, here we go. The food truck. I guess we should wrap this up, eh? Talk about the food truck a little. I'm not going to leave this one built. That's why I haven't put any of the stickers on. It is quite beautiful inside. There's a lot of space in here. Like, it is for the kind of truck that could drive around your Lego city. In fact, I'm just going to hop, skip, and jump and grab a road plate. Here is a standard Lego road plate. Here is our food truck. It does come, because of these little spiky bits at the back, it is indeed longer than the whole base plate. It's not wider, than the whole road, but it certainly can't fit into one lane neatly. It's it's pretty wide there. About 16. Yeah. Again, the spikes give it a little bit of extra width. So yeah. The Discovery Centre peeps, awesome people there at the Discovery Centre. I don't know who I should give a shout out to there. Some friends over there though. Drop the link if they've got it. Definitely, they are still doing delivery, mail delivery at the moment. So the store is open for those purposes. Yeah, I kind of miss being able to walk in there and enjoy. So, yes, our little food truck here with Pigsy hogging the road. I don't know. I love a good pun. I felt like that was maybe a little too obvious. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a dad. I'm allowed to make puns. We get 2 little motorcycles, which I haven't finished off here. There are more little details that are meant to happen on the back and front for them to just make them look... Well, we'll do a little bit of it. And that was meant to... I was meant to do something with that too. I'm not 100% sure where that was meant to go. But I mentioned the little bullhorn parts. They're meant to basically be turned into little bullhorns for our little truck here, or whatever you want to call it. That's what they're meant to look like. And then they've got little chains to drag stuff along on the back if you really want to go there. I'm not sure I do. That's what it looks like from the front. Yeah. I am loving the little Toro... I'm going to keep calling them Toro Troopers. I think they've got a proper name that isn't that. But for me, they're going to stay named Toro Troopers because I've got a good troop of them now. I like this little guy. I'm not sure if I showed. He's got a dual printed head here. Hopefully, is that right for the camera? I hope that's right. So I've got happy smiling, I'm enjoying my hot dog on the way to work face, and oop, I ate it a little too quick face. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Pigsy comes with accessories. I don't know what else to say about it here. I'm getting a little too much flexing. He must have changed the pitchfork mould. I'm feeling a lot of flex through the base here. So I'm seeing these snap very soon. And that being an issue. Yeah, they used to be a lot more rigid and solid through that space, the old pitchfork mould. Oh well. And Monkie Kid, who comes with a print we've actually seen in a few sets now. Little mobile phone there. He's got 2 prints on his face. Yeah, kind of a freak out face. Woo! And he's kind of vaguely angry face. Oh man, COVID hair. I'm hating COVID hair. I don't know what to do with my hair. And yeah, not much more to say about it. We get the little present that we see in more than a few sets too. I guess that's what our little heart-shaped dumpling, whatever they're meant to be, can go in there. Only to be stolen by our motorcycles. The Razor Crest is all the other way. I can't, no, I wouldn't be able to, Liam, I'm sorry. But next week I will borrow the Razor Crest and I'll have it to show, and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do something a little bit bigger and more expansive. I didn't show this. Check that out. This one is a little printed menu plate. I don't know if that's showing up as well as it can. You can see all of that printing there. Did we only get one? I think we only got one. Yeah. Because we used them here. A similar part there. So, yeah. So there we have it. Set 80009. The food truck, Pigsy's food truck, I think is the straight name for it. Okay, look at the box for these things. Ah, again, our little troops are called Snort and Grunt, which I think were the ones in the last set as well. They keep being named that. That's our set. It is big. It is... There's weight here, as I bounce that in my hand. Very robust though, very solid. A little hard to get good grip on. The spikes on the wheels mean that it's a little tricky to juggle. I love the way the doors open. Very... Look, for those who mock, you've probably used that as a technique before. If you're new to mocking, it's absolutely a technique worth examining and borrowing for anything that's hinged, because it makes sure it is absolutely 100% flush there, but lifts away and nothing has to go click and bang against one another when it's open, or opening. Yeah, beautiful little... And the interiors. There's a little bit more I would like to do. Lego interiors for food trucks and kitchens. Traditionally, they've been pretty light on details, and they're certainly seeing them get a little bit more detailed as they're going through. It's nice to see. It's good to see there. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what else to say. Our bonnet, hood. I don't know. What do you call the roof to the passenger or driver compartment? But that pops off very easily. A little hard to get back in place, as we found out earlier. You can see all the characters, well, Pigsy and Monkie Kid can sit in there easily enough. Have to move the wheel around to get him in there. There we go. So the bonnet comes off so that we can see the barbecue there in progress, which is a nice little Easter egg. Not huge on the play features. We get the grill, drops down to kind of scoop stuff up. And over on this side, we had surprises to be found in our fridge, our little weapons container, and just stuff that flips around and would otherwise have computer panels on it, I guess. I don't know. Not much to say there, really. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks, guys, for joining. A little earlier than I expected to wrap it up. I got to figure out what I got to do next week. I'm hoping maybe I can do a kind of a more free-form cyberpunky build. Totally depends upon if I can tidy up the space and make that work. There's a few things I kind of need to juggle. But yeah, it might be fun to discuss techniques in mock building more than anything else. And so I'm going to see how I go to get ready for that. Yeah, thanks for joining, guys. See you, Grey Fox. See you, Liam. See you, Kami. See you, anybody else who's still there in the chat. I can see there are actually a few other people who have been quiet. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed. I'm open to any feedback. That's absolutely what the comments are for, because like this is still so new to me, so I am absolutely, any comments, any advice, more than open to it. Please drop it in the comments. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. Beautiful little build. I totally got it for the parts. The parts are even better. I'm very happy with this, and I'm looking forward to the possibilities of taking it further. So yeah, cheers, guys. Thanks for joining, and see you again next week.